Hi everyone, great to be with you as always. Glad you tuned back in. I was just thinking that recently in some Marian Methodist articles and Facebook posts, I've shared some thoughts of mine on considering the new year as a time of renewal, both physical and spiritual, and also how we as Christians must heed the message found in Corinthians to clothe ourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. If there was ever a time in our history to pair our beliefs with our actions, it's now. As my two brothers and I grew up in church parsonages in small towns in Iowa, our actions rarely escaped the attention of church members or the community. It may not have been exactly like living in a fishbowl with our every move being intensely scrutinized, but it sure felt like it at times. My brothers were far more rebellious than I was, but there was always that sense that your every move was being watched and measured against what was acceptable or not for a preacher's kid. My dad made it very clear one day, several years before I hit my teens, that he had his ways of finding out everything I did. In other words, don't even try. Being the most perfect child that I was, or mostly perfect child that I was, his admonishment seemed unnecessary, but his words haunted me for many years. Rather than a threat, I hope he intended it as a reminder that my actions mattered, that I was not only representing my family, but our church and our beliefs in the teachings of the Bible whenever I was at school or church or in the community. So consequently, as a parent, I tried to instill that idea in my child too, not so much because I wanted them to be paranoid about everything that they did, but also to remind them that what they said and did mattered. Whether in school or at church or in the community or out with their friends, their behaviors always represented more than just themselves. So in a quest for personal and spiritual renewal, and in the face of the current upheaval in our society, it seems imperative that as Christians, now more than ever, we must be mindful of our actions and who and what they represent. In a world where everything can be captured on a cell phone camera and uploaded to the whole world, what will people see? Do we want our actions and words to be clothed in compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience, so that the world will recognize us as the Christ followers that we profess to be? Do we want our words to be the ones that honor God and share His love and grace at all times? Or do we care? This is our opportunity to stand firm, to decide not only how we want God to know us, but how we want to live out our faith to the rest of the world. If these words matter, if we clothe ourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience, will the world around us notice? Will they wonder why we act the way we do? Will they want to know about the God that we serve and about Jesus, who taught us the truth about love, service, and sacrifice? It seems worthy of trying, and definitely a way to show our complete and total love for God and for our neighbors as ourselves. God's blessings to you. Thank you.